access the meetings feature within BIM360, first of all, you need access to BIM360 Build, which gives you access to project management and field management. And for meeting minutes, you need to go into the module for project management. Across the tab, you've got RFIs, submittals, and meetings, which says preview behind it. Currently in preview, but it is available. To create a meeting, simply go in, create new meeting, choose the title for the meeting. So, for example, this could be BIM team introduction, the start of a project perhaps, and we can set an agenda. So we can set a date that this has occurred, so it can be a future meeting or it can be a past meeting. So we're going to set this as a meeting that occurs today. We're going to record a time, so we're going to say that this has occurred at 2 p.m. today, 2 p.m. finished at 3 o'clock. Location, we can just say site office, meeting description, introduce BIM team members, cross consultants. So this is a multidisciplinary meeting that has occurred at the early stage of a construction or design project. So meeting topics, so BIM execution plan was a meeting topic, and say post contract. Say BIM coordinator role. I think that is open. BIM execution plan. Revit version to use on project. So that's another agenda. So these are just some notes that we're taking today, and you can continue taking notes throughout that particular project, and they're all open, so they're all actionable, so to speak. You can put in a meeting summary, I'm going to say attendees follow up on action items, so you can type in as you go here. So I can mark this as minutes, as marked as agenda. So because it occurred today, I'm going to mark it as minutes. So I'm just going to invite myself. I can also add invitees as well. So I can put in, for example, I can put in somebody who isn't on BIM360. I'm going to add in my personal email address, so say .com. Create no member. Put in my alias, so John, or escape John. Type in or company. I'm just going to call myself TD, and now I'm going to put in my personal email address here, gmail.com. I'm going to hit create, hit done. So I can then invite that particular individual, so they can be assigned to that meeting as well. I can mark as minutes, so I can either export this, it will create a PDF of it. I can carry out, issue a follow-up meeting if I want, so I'm just going to mark this as minutes, mark as minutes. And that has captured this as the particular minutes for that project. So to export this as a report, you can simply just hit that. And it's just producing a PDF of that particular meeting minutes. And this just allows you to either share this by email or save it into the document folder if you want. And it gives you your company logo up here as long as you have created. It says who attended, the invitees, and you can see any sort of action items that are still open there. So I'm just going to go back into this, and I'm going to create a follow-up meeting. So say we want to have a follow-up meeting next week. Say 1 week away, click create, and I can set an agenda there for these items. So currently these items are set to open, but at next week's meetings these items may become closed. So just as at the moment, this has become the meeting agenda for next week. So all changes are saved automatically as well, and then after next week's meeting I can mark this as the minutes as well, and I can also close these items if I wish. So I'm just going to close these. Mark as minutes after next week's meeting, we'll say. So I can go back into my meeting minutes, and I can see any items that have been created here. So for example, I can see BIM introduction, team introduction meeting that occurred today, location site office, and I can see if there's any follow-up meetings related to that. So I can see there's one planned next week, and the same for this, it shows me exactly what meetings are related to it. But I can see I have other meetings here, and you can see there's separate dated meetings there as well.